but it was just like it just dropped. I'll just do that. Again here real quick. Almost up and going. Yeah, we're back. I don't know what happened. I just lost connection somehow. Because I was like, it said that it was losing connection. I was trying to reconnect on Lightstream, and it wasn't. And then I did a speed test on my phone, connected to the Wi-Fi, and it was pulling, like 400 megabytes a second. So I was like, well, clearly my internet's fine. I think Lightstream just dropped connection. Is what I think just happened. So anyway, we are back, and we'll let it go. I paused it right as soon as I realized that we were going to lose the stream. But Northwestern's on a good drive right now.
It's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Trying to answer. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, sorry about that. I really don't know what happened. I think we just lost the connection to Lightstream servers for a quick second. That's all that happened. So my internet was fine.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third.
I think it's interesting that it shows the icons above the wide receivers when we're doing CPU versus CPU spectator mode.
They'll run it from the gun.
Yeah, and Bethlehem, I was trying to tell you, but you couldn't hear me because it was getting choppy. I said, I know they announced that they revamped the swing stick, which I'm super excited about. The big thing is that because they made the game specifically for next gen, they're not gonna be held back from. Oh my, Northwestern with the answer. They're not going to be held back by the old gen console. So we're going to get that revamped swing stick. They're adding like player abilities and stuff I think is cool. And then we're finally going to have a really fun My Career mode. Like they put a lot of effort into My Career. So I'm super excited to play that game. I'll be streaming that. I hope you guys come through for those games. I know there's not really sliders and stuff I can make for that, but you know.
It through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between.
All right. Well, this is why we don't panic, right? Northwestern quarterback looked. Yeah, I'm definitely down to play some rounds, man. I'm definitely down to make a society. And anybody who's wants to join the society for Simgamingnetwork, we'll create societies and we'll do tournaments and stuff like that. I really want to do stuff like that. But it is, I freaked out about Northwestern's quarterback play to start the game, and then that drive he just had was really, really good. So again, even though that was a really ugly sack, if the rest of the game, look at that, if the rest of the game, if the sack totals are like legit, I'll live with if there's only 2 or 3 sacks, even if they're bad, I'll live with it. I definitely think I'm going to lower, well, I don't know, because that Northwestern back just had a big run. I'm debating if maybe loosen up the run game just a little bit, lower the face mask slider, loosen up the run game a little bit. That's not just 1/4 gameplay, though, so you know.
Trying to move the sticks on third down.
Flinging it. Oh!
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as it gets him down at the
Bro, college football might have a better CPU versus CPU setup than Madden. Just watching this initially, yeah, we saw one bad sack, but everything else looks like just better. It's early, but it just looks better.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Looking at a second and short now.
Right, and I wanna see him look like a beast in the run game too. There's a big run.
He will step out of bounds, but not before.
So yeah, so far my thoughts are monitor quarterback, you know, the sacks, which so far were good. 1 sack in the game total. The other thing is just, you know, do we need to loosen up run game a little tiny bit? Oh, he threw another pick!
Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this
Coffee, we're in a CPU versus CPU game, my friend. Remember I told you at the start of the stream, after we finish that game, we're going to do CPU versus CPU? We started a new dynasty with Northwestern just for CPU versus CPU testing. And that's what we're watching right now, man. Powers, when you say all we need is play calling, do you mean like calling the plays and then watching them from this point of view? Like if we're an offensive coordinator, I think that'd be so fun. You couldn't really do it if you were a head coach, but if you were an offensive or defensive coordinator, you could do it, right? And then you would just call the plays. You'd still watch it if you're the offensive coordinator, you'd watch it like this for defense, right? But then when you're on offense, you call the play and you see how it plays out. I think that'd be really fun. They need to do something like that. I lost the game, bro. I lost it in overtime. They scored a touch. They got the ball first. They scored a touchdown, and then I got a ball and I did not score a touchdown. I had a 4th and 6 and I picked up 5.5 yards. Yeah, I didn't win it, but I'm okay with it. Liberty, I mean, I shouldn't have won that game anyway. Liberty's a better team than me, even though I was at home. So I'm fine. I lost 24-17. We played a good game. We might be good on face mask, y'all. Like, again, I'm okay losing it, man. I don't want to win games against better teams that much. You know what I mean?
Looking for a crease. It's Genty. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fine play action. And this
That's their first sack, and I'm okay with that one. That one got fine. You got called away. Hey, man, it happens. No, I appreciate you being here. Regardless, I did play head coach on that at all a little bit. But the problem was is your view there was from, like, on the field. This is a much better view.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
I don't like that one.
And he feels
Shoot.
the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this is how you do it when you're on defense. Continue to apply pressure. Don't stop. Get him in passing situations.
And this could just be a slight tweak to roughing the passer. Just drop it down just a little bit. He'll get rid of the ball a little bit more. We'll let it play out, though. So far, I'm enjoying this.
You're starting to wonder now, hey, can my guys up front get the job done? I mean, can they actually protect me, or am I going to be running for my life the rest of this game?
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing.
Yeah, 3rd and long, but either just chuck it up or throw it away. You know what I mean? Don't take the sack. I 100% agree, 3rd and long. But, again, throw it up there, see what happens, or just throw it out of bounds.
Quick strike complete. And they're going to lose.
Or take off and run and pick up 6 or 7 yards and slide.
Owning the front.
You know?
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Gordon. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Northwestern wants to go quickly. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Gordon. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I've never done that, Coffee.
Making quick work on this drive.
Because I want to look at it like this, you know. But I don't think you have that view from coach mode. I've never done it. There we go. I'm fine with that. I like that. That was good pocket movement.
It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline?
One thing I might do is I might adjust the DPI so we get a little bit more big plays. College football is, you know, we're looking at it, it's 7-7 game here. College football is typically more offense. And so loosening up the coverage a little bit, I think would be ideal. So get a little bit more offense in these games, you know. Only thing is they never scramble. Yeah, they need to fix that. They need to address that.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. It's caught downfield. Just what the
So we have the lower DPI right now, which means that they're more conservative. They don't really give up the big play because they're not really aggressive going after the ball too much. Oops, sorry. Forgot that. I had that. If I bumped up the DPI, they would create a little bit more aggression where they might bite on something and then just get burned, which would create some bigger plays. And a little bit more scoring.
He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but still a good game. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick it up.
Yeah, hand it to, yeah, we're good on running, bro. We're good on running. He's 10 for 6. He's averaging 6.7 yards per carry. I think we're good on running. I think it's just first thing I definitely want to loosen up the coverage a little bit.
They'll give it to him again.
Oh my, gone. Oh, yes, they sure do. They sure do. Smokey, yeah, man. It's looking very promising so far. I mean, the run-pass ratio looks great. The running game looks great. I just want to up the scoring a little bit, which, granted, there's been 3 interceptions in the first half, 1 from Northwestern, 2 from Boise. That's what I'm saying. Loosen up the coverage just a little bit. It'll also help them throw the ball down the field a little bit more, which will do 2 things. Number 1, create more big plays, more offense, more scoring, but also will also keep completion percentages realistic because you'll have more pass breakups, pass overthrows, things like that. It's just got to be balanced. You don't open it up so much where they're just wide open, you know. But my first thought here then is DPI, and that could help the quarterback. Some of the sacks we saw, opening up the DPI could help with that a little bit too. So that's the only change I think I'm going to make after this game, would be bumping up the DPI. It's at 30 right now from the user versus CPU set. I think I would probably flip it and just bump up to 70. Do a complete flip. Try to get some more offense, some bigger plays. Oh, you can do single digits. Absolutely, but the reason I jump 5 at a time is because or even 10 at a time, is I like to go, okay, if I have, so yeah, I'll explain to you like this, Coffee. So if I see, all right, we'll do it like this, okay. DPI is at 30, and if I'm like, hey, I want to open up the pass game, I want a couple bigger plays, and I bump it up to 40. The reason I go higher is to see, I like the deep shot there, to see the difference in the impact. Because maybe it's like 40 isn't enough. So if I bump to 40, if I go 10 and it's not enough, I'm like, all right, let me just go up to 50. Let me go up to 60. Let me go up to where it's enough or even too much. Then I work my way back down. If you go one or two at a time, you do that once you get to a fine-tuning moment, right? So let's just say you go up to 40 and it opens it up. And you're like, man, it opened it up like I wanted it to, but now it's just a little bit too much. That's where you can, okay, now I'm going to drop back down to 35. I'm going to split the difference. And then 35 is like, it's a little bit too tight now. I want to go back up to, I need it a little bit more open. Okay, now you know you have your range, right? You have your 40 to 35 range. 40 was too loose, 35 is too tight. Now you start going up a little. Now you would go 36, 37. You have to get your baselines to know where you need to stay between. So there's no reason to go one at a time when you don't know where your threshold is for it's too much. It should be over several games, but I can see in this game the coverage, right? I can see that there's not enough big plays down the field, and this is a college game. There's big plays. And these two teams aren't known for their defense like Alabama, Georgia. These are offensive teams. So we should be seeing more offense than 17-7 at half. The coverage has just been too sticky. So, what I would do is just open up DPI and see the impact of it. Get to where I'm like, all right, now I'm seeing more points on the board, things like that. Man, he's looking great. You're going to do CPU for your Bobcat save, going to be the head coach and see how it plays out. That's awesome, dude.
He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles?
So you have to have your threshold coffee. So like, if we're doing this and we have face mask at 30 and we wanted to open up the run game, I would drop it down to 0 and be like, did that open it up enough? And if it did, then you're like, okay, but it opened up too much. All right, now we got to bump it back up. So we knew 30 was too much run defense. 0 is not enough run defense. All right, now let's split the difference. Let's go 15 and see where 15's at. And then you have, depending on 15 might be the magic number, and you're good. Or you're like, 15 still it's too loose. So now you need to work between 15 and 30. Or if it's like it's too tight, now I need to work between 0 and 15. Like, you do things to help yourself out, You got to have your thresholds. Too much defense, too little defense for what you're looking for out of it. Yes, and ideally you test this over multiple games. But like I told you too, if I see something that stands out right away, I don't need to go multiple games. I mean, I'm holding off on the quarterback stuff, right? The roughing the passer. There was 3 sacks combined in the first half. Yes, Northwestern took 1 sack on their opening drive, didn't take one the rest of the game. So I'm cooled off on the quarterback adjustments. Boise took 2 sacks. One of them was all right. One of them looked kind of bad. But I've cooled off on it, And if that translates over for the end of the game, you're looking at a 4-2 sack total. For college football, I'm fine with that. Hell, for Madden, I'm fine with that. I'll take 4-2 all day because you know that the team that got 4 sacks one game, the next game they might get 2. Then you're averaging 3 a game, or they might get 1 or something like that, There's a deep ball. See, coverage is just a little too sticky. I like the coverage a lot. I like that he threw it deep. But as of right now, I'm thinking just a little bit more. But we'll see how it plays out. I might just say, like, screw it. We'll just let another game go, But that is where I'm thinking initially is open up the pass game just a little bit. Run game looks to be really great. I love it. Nice to have you do that for you. I know, man. And you know why I'm able to do that, Cobb? I'll let you answer. I'll let you answer why you think I'm able to do all that.
Good coverage by the
It's because that allows me to invest this kind of time doing this stuff.
Caught in the backfield. And this one will be.
If I wasn't getting the membership, like a second job, and putting in, I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys' support, man. The membership channel had, like, the membership, I when I first lost memberships, you know, that was what my goal was, is try to get it to be where it's like I can treat this as a second job and then commit more time to it. And that's what it's turned into. I put a lot of time off stream. I'm glitching again. No. All right. Hopefully that fixed it. I just refreshed the connection.
They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Bronco offense
Alrighty.
ready to give it another spin.
Hey, Brad, you're back. Welcome back. Oh my God, dude's killing.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes.
Oh my God, I need to. Sorry. I switched on my controller that's hardwired, so that won't happen again. I forgot to switch over. Dude, he is an animal. He's an absolute animal. I love this because this is how we did it all year.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Yeah, Brad. I lost connection somehow, some way. I just lost it to Lightstream, but it's back.
He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle, and they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Broncos.
Bethlehem said that Boise would probably be a 17-point favorite. Well, they're up 13 right now. So, I mean, it's kind of holding up.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I would love to get more likes, man. I get good viewership support, but nobody likes the freaking videos, which definitely hurts. I need more likes. I understand how people used to not like videos because it would add it to your liked video list, which was, I think, kind of stupid. Like, I didn't need a liked video list, but they got rid of that, thank God. So now you just like the video, and it just helps people. It helps YouTube algorithm. Darren Walker, welcome to SGN Nation, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you so much. First time I've seen you here. Appreciate you.
Conversion attempt coming up. He's looking to throw. He's got the 2-point conversion.
I know you do, Brad. Appreciate you, man. I really do. And it does help. It does help. I do, I mean, in my uploads, I ask people to like the videos and stuff.
Bring it back from inside his 5.
But what's crazy is if like my most liked video I have is like 500 or 600 likes, and it get thrown in the algorithm just because of that. But they have like 30,000 views, so it's like, imagine if like half those people, if I was getting, you know, and it's unrealistic to expect a channel my size to get, you know, 15,000 likes on a view on a video. But if you get to like 1,000, if you can get 1,000 likes on a video, my channel will just explode. If I could consistently have 1,000 likes on a video, you get thrown in the algorithm so freaking much.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's caught, and he gets it.
I don't think people realize how much likes on videos
Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Close hound us, yeah. I don't think people realize how important likes are to YouTube growth.
At the end of the game, you look at third down percentage.
It's ridiculous.
Huge story that goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Yeah, dude, I love Hollywood. Hollywood's a great dude, man. I always reach out to him when I have something I want to get passed over to Madden, because he's got a good relationship with Clint. So I'll just hit up Hollywood and be like, hey, man, can you reach out to Clint about this? And he does. I'm working on trying to build my relationship with some devs over there. I feel like I got a pretty good relationship with Mole. I talk to him. I try not to blow him up and spam him, but I hit him up the other day and threw out some ideas for Madden 26. I threw out the idea of, you know how right now if you want to challenge a play, you have to pause the game and go to challenge? I sent him a message on my idea of put challenge play in the coaching adjustments. So when you are at your play call screen, you want to challenge a play, you just click the button for coaching adjustments, and there's a challenge play toggle right there. And he responded, he's like, hey, that's actually really good feedback. So we'll see if that makes it in the game. That's one of my big ideas for just immersion, right? Just better immersion. Don't make us have to pause the game. Like if I choose to pause the game because I go in instant replay, all right, that's me taking myself out of immersion. That's I will never be mad at that, you know. But it's like if I have to pause the game to do something, that's the immersion killer for me. I really think they need to have depth chart substitutions tied to your coach adjustments as well as your challenge play. Then you realistically, you don't have to exit the game to check anything. If you want to, you know, make an adjustment on your depth chart or whatever, sub someone in and out, coach adjustment, because that's what it is, right? Should never have to pause your game to do that stuff. So anything that allows us to have more immersion. Yeah, Boise State's rolling. No, I know you're not YouTubers. I know. I need to be better about asking for likes on live streams. I do ask for likes in every single one of my uploads, and I put the little graphic on there for like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so I do get more likes on those. Dude, that's a really good looking run. Yeah, even on 2K, yeah, you get the challenge in the timeout screen. Yeah, 100%. The only thing you have to pause the game to do on 2K is your coach adjustments, which, I think they need to open that up to timeouts as well. Like the real, like, extreme ones. Or give you an option to set your game plan up before the jump ball. Without having to pause the game, you know? Those commercials are driving... It's only like every 12 minutes, bro. Set to every 12 minutes. How often are you getting them, Coffee? Dude, he is killing it.
Takes the handoff. It's Genty. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
It shouldn't be every 5 or less. It should be every 12 minutes is how I have it set up. Hold on. Now, if you back out, we'll say this, Coffee. If you're in the stream and then you close it and then you reopen it, that resets your timer. Just so you know. So before I check my settings, I will find out if that's what you're doing. Yeah, if you close out, if you back out of the stream and then you're out for a minute or two and then you come back, that resets your timer because it's going to treat you like a brand new viewer. So I could set the time limit to like every 18 minutes, but if you're doing that, you'd still get him at the same rate. So I don't know if that's what you're doing.
And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Yeah, I have it set on every 12 minutes.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats
Let me switch to this. Let me do this. All right, I found something different I'm going to do.
is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
All right, I saw one. There's an option here, Coffee. I just switched it. That minimizes ads for members. So I just did that.
Needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to
I guess that's another member's perk that I didn't even know was a thing, though. But I just looked at it at YouTube. It says, here, click this one for YouTube to do it, and it'll reduce the ads for members. I was like, I didn't even know that was an option, so I'll just do that instead.
Running that route to get past the sticks because he got
Is it still glitching?
movement here from the tight end. They're going to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Cool. If Northwestern scores right here and they lose 31-14, that'd be exactly 17 points that Bethlehem Kid said. He's like, there'd be a 17-point underdog. That would be wild. That would be absolutely wild.
Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it.
Just take off and run with it.
Anybody to throw to, he'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man.
Need more coffee. I don't care. That's 4 o'clock in the afternoon almost.
He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain.
I will say, you guys, for just throwing in some sliders to run a CPU versus CPU game, I am extremely impressed at college football CPU versus CPU. I am insanely impressed at the gameplay. I have been working my ass off. Plus, we got like 4 people in Discord. Big Papa, Alexander, I don't know how to say his name. He was in the chat earlier. A couple of people have been testing Madden CPU versus CPU sliders with me, and trying to get gameplay as good as this. This has been. That's only a second sack. I don't even care. Late sack, pocket collapse, but it's only a second one of the game. So I'm fine with that. Wish we could get a better replay angle, because that's a horrible replay.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To go to the end zone.
Oh, that would have been a dope catch.
He was going for 6 right
Love
there.
that.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Picked.
And it'll be intercepted in the end
Game
zone.
time. Oh, late hit. Throw the flag. Throw the flag. What's crazy is we had a holding penalty in the game, but no false start, no offsides.
Take away all the deep stuff, make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
AJ got some style. Bro, this is not a rebuild. This is testing CPU versus CPU sliders. Everyone's been asking me for them for College Football 25. So just started a Northwestern dynasty to run some tests.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go.
Well, I do have I have stream elements in here. What I'll do is I'll add a timer to go more often. Yeah, you were pretty close, Bethlehem Kid, man. You were pretty close on that. I'll adjust the timer, Coffee, to go in there and be like, to remind people to like the video and have it pop up, because Stream Elements hasn't really popped up other than I think I have it set to per lines of chat, but I'm just going to do it timing based. Dude, Genty, how realistic is that? How realistic is that? Let's look at the full stats. The game passed the eye test. The game passed the eye test. I'm still interested in potentially loosening up the coverage with DPI, but I do want to look at the final numbers.
This team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care of fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes. But no,
let's go stats.
Can't wait to see what happens next week.
461 and 261. That's crazy. Northwestern didn't run the ball very much, but again, when you're getting beat all game, you know, it's tough. 71% completion percentage. I'm all right with that. 7.5 yards average. I'm pretty cool with that too. So Northwestern. 66. He's a 76 overall. 66. He had a much shorter yards per attempt, but he's a lower rated quarterback. Threw it 50 times. Yeah, I'll definitely do that, Coffee. That's a good shout out. I'll adjust my Stream Element bot to remind people to like this video, as it really helps me out. And like even these live streams, once I finish, and people can still watch them after the fact, and likes help that. So 66 versus 71%. I don't want to tweak anything right now after one game. I'm very content with those completion percentages, those yardages tied to it. Let's look at the rushing. Again, they didn't rush the ball very much because, I mean, he was successful. Porter, 7 for 38. He was 5.4. They just didn't run the ball very much. He had 1 carry for 4. When you get down a lot, you don't run the ball very much, you know. We know what we're going to see over here. Genty, 29. And the backup even had 4 carries. So that's pretty cool. And he killed it. He actually had a better yards per carry than Genty. That's crazy. Receiving, Genty, wide receiver. So they weren't just spamming tight ends either. Look at that. It was wide receivers. Genty, wide receiver. I like that. No spamming the tight ends. Wide receiver, tight end all the way down here. So I like that. So sacks. Northwestern had 2 sacks against Boise State the whole game. And Boise had 2 sacks the whole game. I don't care if they were some ugly sacks. The fact there's 2 sacks. That's fantastic. I'm not going to touch a damn thing. Definitely need to get more games in. But I have no desire to touch a damn thing after that. That played really freaking well. I'm super excited, man. Like I said, this is only my second time running CPU versus CPU in college football all year. I spent way more time in Madden because I have the SGN league, right? This is super freaking. This was really, really good. What? Bro. If you guys want to test this, if anybody in here, I know France Tech said he's going to do it with his Ohio franchise, but if anybody else wants to test these out for me and give me some feedback and see if you're having the similar experience that I just had, it's literally the sliders exact. Didn't change a thing. That's where I always start off as a base. Grab my user versus CPU and then go from there. And I was telling you guys, I was expecting to maybe do something similar to like what we had to do in Madden. Lower face mask. tweak the quarterbacks for sacks and stuff like that. But I'm at a freaking loss for words, man. Have I just been missing out on amazing CPU versus CPU gameplay all year on college football? I'm a little upset. You know what I want to do now? If I can get some more people, nothing too bad. Yeah, and and the sacks are one of those things you gotta take it for a grain of salt. I don't. So that's what's crazy is if they're good sacks, like the pressure just comes through, gets to the quarterback and stuff like that. There was two good sacks in this game, two bad sacks. I'm okay if there could be 6 good sacks in the game. I won't get mad. When I get frustrated is if you remember, you guys, the very first sack that Northwestern took, and then the second sack that Boise State took. Those were really bad sacks, like where the quarterback had time to throw it away. They turned and ran backwards. They didn't, you know what I mean? If there's 1 or 2 of those, for each team in the game, I'm okay. Especially when the sack total is 2 apiece. But if you have 6 or 7 sacks in the game and 4 or 5 of them look like that, that's when I'm like, okay, something needs to change. Now, as far as your Ohio game goes, with the line being horrible, what's the rating of the team you're playing against? Like if you have a bad line, but you're playing against another team that's rated very low, it should offset. But if you're playing against a higher rated team, that's different. These teams were very evenly matched. Ratings wise, obviously Boise State kicked their ass, but I need a nice big bro. I've been working. Shit. I've been just going nonstop, man. I mean, I do a lot of stuff off stream. I test a lot of stuff off stream because I want to make sure that when I go live on stream, I'm able to give you guys, even if I'm still testing, I want to give a good product. I don't like going live on stream and have a bad product being presented on stream. Okay, it's been pressure. That's good. Yeah, dude, this is really good. I'm excited to do this again, man. I really am. We're not going to do it right now. I got to go do some other things, but I might be back with a stream tonight. As much as I want to do college football, it might be a Madden stream. I don't know. I've also been working on Madden sliders on the side, the CPU versus CPU, trying to get those done. But I don't know. But I mastered. We'll see, man. We'll see. Like I said, I need more feedback from this for the CPU versus CPU set. But it looks extremely promising. I'm super excited. But with that, we're going to end the stream. I appreciate you guys all coming through, chatting with me and hanging out with me on the stream. Even though I know a lot of you weren't interested in CPU versus CPU, I appreciate you just staying through and hanging out with me. We'll get back and do more user versus CPU. We had a really great game there, overtime game, so that was great. So we had 2 back-to-back games that went down to the wire versus our games on Middle Tennessee State. I was just getting my ass kicked, which isn't. I don't mind getting my butt kicked, but I definitely don't like it every single game, especially when I'm on stream, because then they're not that fun to watch, So, oh, I'm on the wrong. Man, I clicked the wrong freaking. I had the 2K scene set up on here, and I meant to be on Madden. God dang it! Oops. That's what happened when I restarted the stream. I clicked the 2K scene instead of the Madden scene. I had my face on the wrong side, and I didn't have my subscriber goal, nothing like that, But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We are going to end the stream, but I appreciate you guys, and we'll be back soon enough. Give me guys your feedback of the new college football sliders on the slider video if you don't mind. That way other people will read the comments That's one thing I've noticed too, is the more comments on a slider video, the more people will watch my videos. So comments definitely help. Giving feedback definitely helps. Of course, likes helps. So appreciate you guys for all your support. Thank you so much. We'll be back soon. And until then, y'all, peace.